Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Strange Brigade, where today we are ranking every pistol in the game. So, without further ado, let's get into this. In 7th place we have the Marley 45 Automatic, which is based on the 1911. The Marley is the worst because it does very little damage, is very inaccurate, it has a shallow magazine, and that creates issues when dealing with the large hordes that Strange Brigade often throws at you. The fire rate is acceptable, but firing this thing as fast as you can results in cataclysmic reticle bloom, which makes the Marley too inaccurate to use, even at near point blank range. Overall, there is very little reason to use this gun. In 6th place we have the Laine P2, which is based on the Luger P08. The Laine basically acts as a small statistical buff to the Marley. Its damage is near identical and its reload speeds are the same, but the Laine has a greater rate of fire and crucially a decent improvement on accuracy, which allows the rate of fire buff to be utilised to its fullest. It also has one more round in the magazine, which helps with the crowd control ability that you just need when you're playing Strange Brigade. In 5th place we have the Marchador TT, which is based on the TT-33. The TT is essentially a semi-automatic Mauser pistol, designed specifically for accuracy through volume of fire. The TT has the largest magazine of any pistol at 12 rounds, as well as a stonking fire rate. However, the TT is very weak and is hideously inaccurate, which, when combined with recoil that's a bit stronger than it should be, means that the TT suffers greatly when it comes to actually killing enemies. It will cause 1,000 paper cuts, but you're really going to want something else if you actually want to kill people. In 4th place is the Wesley Revolver, which is based on the Webley. The Wesley is the most powerful pistol in the game, and is one of the most accurate, but it has the worst capacity, fire rate and reload speed, which create crowd control issues. However, the Wesley's most glaring issue is that it cannot one-shot regular cannon fodder that the game presents. To remedy this, I put on a damage boosting gem, but even then it fails to one-shot the rank and file, which is terrible. To put it into perspective, the Westminster, which is a repeating rifle unlocked by default, has a similar rate of fire to the Webley, but is capable of one-shotting the fodder to the body. In my opinion, the Wesley, which is a late game pistol, should be able to one-shot the cannon fodder if the Westminster, which is an early game primary, can too, especially when the Wesley has a damage gem. If it could one-shot the rank and file, we'd have an easy contender for the best pistol in the game, but the lackluster damage combined with the slow fire rate and shallow capacity mean that the Wesley leaves a lot to be desired. In 3rd place we have the Hyde & Sons Compact, which is based on the Beretta M1934 and, in my opinion, is an improved version of the Wesley. The Compact does a little less damage than the Webley, but makes up for this with a larger magazine, superior fire rate and the fastest reload speed of any pistol in the game. The Compact does have a fair amount of kick, however, which prevents it from being fired very rapidly. Despite being an improved Webley, it still doesn't do crowd control very well, which is why I can't recommend it. In 2nd place we have the Katzen machine pistol, which is based on the Mauser M712. And here we have the first pistol I'd actually recommend using. The Katzen may have the worst damage per shot of any of the game's pistols, but it makes up for this with rapid, fully automatic fire, which is devastating when confronted with a horde of enemies. Its accuracy is fairly poor, but the recoil isn't so bad, and this means the Katzen works well when it comes to cutting down as many enemies as possible, which is useful if your other weapon is something slow, like a sniper rifle. Crowd control is honestly the most important thing in this game, and the Katzen has that in spades. In 1st place, as the best pistol in the game, we have the Wilkers White P19, which is based on the Walther P38. The P19 is the most accurate pistol in the game, and this is coupled with a great rate of fire, low recoil and a good magazine capacity. The damage isn't so good, but it's still substantially better than most other pistols, which is what counts. The P19 therefore strikes the perfect balance between every stat, with a good crowd control ability thanks to its strong rate of fire and magazine capacity, while still remaining accurate enough to down stronger targets, thanks to the manner in which this thing can put down accurate shot after shot. The P19 is, in my opinion, a pistol that will serve you faultlessly no matter how you play, and one I cannot recommend enough. Thank you everyone for watching the video. Remember to like, subscribe and comment. It costs you nothing and it's a great way to help out the channel. Stay safe and goodbye.